is Facade, the 42-year-old from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Grew up watching wrestling with his dad. Unfortunately, his dad passed away when he was just 7 years old. And then his dad's best friend took him to pro wrestling matches throughout his life. Said he was a little bit of a black sheep, always had a unique look with dyed hair, and he really leaned into that wrestling identity, which went into a 20-year pro wrestling career. He's known for his toughness and all the extreme risks that he likes to take inside the ring.
Yeah, and I asked him about his combat experience. He said whilst he doesn't have any of that, his wrestling style is very, very acrobatic. A lot of flips, jumping off the top rope and stuff like that, taking, you know, fake choreographed kicks to the head and stuff like that. So he said, I've taken a lot of damage, I've taken a lot of hits and been dropped and been slammed, and he has no problem with a bit of contact.
Been training with Brandon Bordeaux, who is in his corner tonight. Very diverse background for Baby Yoda. It's Bryan Scambler. He's the wrestling coach for Benson Henderson. He's also the CEO of Dos Brothers Coffee Shop. And oh, by the way, an assistant wrestling coach at the University of Arizona for their club wrestling team. So he's been doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, more importantly, this man is a 12-time All-American folk-style wrestler, which is a very different style of wrestling to professional wrestling. He says, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, I'm a fighter, I'm a father, and I'm telling you, all those years on those wrestling mats since he was a little boy, that will turn you into a certain type of human being. He said it helps you embrace the grind, the discipline, the training, pushing through at hard times, having that discipline to keep going when your body doesn't want to. Not to mention all the tendon strength that the man will have just through years and years of just grappling with other human beings.
Taylor Tape brought to you by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic Cerveza Dorado, and the official beer of Power Slap. Bryan Scambler making his debut, 2 years younger than Facade, 4 inches shorter, and a 1-inch advantage in hand size goes to Facade. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap welterweight division. Introducing to you first in the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 169.5 pounds. Out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Neon Ninja Facade. And now introducing his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 163 pounds. Out of Phoenix, Arizona, Bryan Baby Yoda Scambler. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Chris Tione. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Bryan Scambler.
Here we go, boys.
You talked about that extensive wrestling background for Bryan Scambler. We've seen a lot of former wrestlers come into Power Slap and have success. We've also seen some who have struggled to adjust right to the contact, which is obviously very different than wrestling when you're getting slapped in the face.
And let me tell you, this man has some serious power. He said he hit the power cube with his left hand because his right arm was injured, and he had over 76,000 pounds of force per square inch. And of course, tonight, he's using the right hand, which is going to be even stronger.
That's your measure.
Stronger?
Well, Scambler, Strongler.
I know.
See where you're coming
it's
from.
Messing with me, and there it is.
Baby Yoda with the sit down on his first slap.
I was going to call it. I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if he sits him down with the first slap. I spoke to him yesterday. He is an intense individual and a backflip to celebrate. Wow.
What a debut for Bryan Scambler. You talk about the power, and it was instantaneous here tonight.
And let me tell you, normally, or going forward, he's going to be competing at 155 pounds. Down a weight class, Bryan Scambler, this man has got a bright future.
At welterweight tonight, going to be moving down to lightweight. Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast.
One and done. Perfect placement. First time doing it, making his debut, lands it right on target, sits him down. Easy work.
Blue belt in jiu-jitsu, Blue belt national champion, Greco-Roman, All-American, and you can just see the power. Boom, head down, almost hits the table for Facade, and down goes the Neon Ninja.
As we said on the walks, 12-time All-American in wrestling. You got to be a special type of human being to be that successful in one of the toughest sports on the planet.
Now for the official decision, brought to you by VeChain, the crypto token partner of Power Slap. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Chris Tione calls a stop to the match in round number 1, declaring the winner by TKO, Bryan "Baby Yoda"